But hello, I am here. I promised y'all a life lesson for this week, and that is why I am here. I am here to deliver as promised. I did want to come on a little earlier today, so I do apologize for not trying to get myself together a little earlier in the day, but I am newly home, so I'm like spending time with my kids. I got up and fixed them breakfast this morning, spent some time with my daughter, braided her hair, and just like relaxing and doing me. But I made time for this though. I did. I made time for this. I took my time out and prepared a life lesson that I am super excited through the roof. Excited to deliver on this Saturday evening. So, whether you guys tune into it now or watch the replay, whatever you want to do, just tune into it. I'm telling you, you do not want to miss this life lesson. So peace and blessings, kings and queens, and welcome. My name is Sakara McCullum. I am a motivational speaker and a author, and I am here to deliver a motivational message, a power-packed motivational message to you guys today. So I am here my mission is to share in with you all what God has given to me, which is peace in my mind, love in my heart, and hope for my future. And I know a lot of people struggle with that. They don't have peace in their mind. A lot of people go through different challenges on a day-to-day basis, and finding peace of mind is probably something that is not so easy to maintain for a lot of people on a regular basis. And it takes work. Having peace of mind takes work. You have to practice that thing. That's why I'm so big on mental health and talking about focusing on your mental health with my mental health Mondays and things like that. You can't just do it one time and think that it's going to be done. No, you got to hammer that thing every chance you get. Every time somebody knock you off your focus, every time somebody try to get on your nerves, you take yourself a little moment and woosah, not today. Maybe tomorrow, but not today, and continue to focus on having a peace of mind. We have to prioritize that. So that's why a lot of people are not where they want to be as far as their mental health is concerned. I see a lot of people talking about how much they struggle in their mental health, which we all struggle with our mental health. It's a challenge, especially with so many things going on in this world today. But just like we practice at anything else, we have to practice on focusing on having a healthy frame of mind and good mental health. These are things that I do on the regular basis. Sometimes people can't understand why I am just not chaotic like the rest of the world, and with everything that is going on around me, or sometimes even in my own family, maybe even in my own household, maybe with my own children in society, whatever. And I don't let myself get bent out of shape. And a lot of times we allow ourselves to get caught up on the things that's going on, and before you know it, the situation is not even the situation anymore, so I'm like, why waste my time allowing myself to get upset? My blood pressure is through the roof. I'm stressed out. I'm worried. I don't feel good, and all of those type of things that come along with allowing yourself to be stressed out. Why waste my time doing all that? Like, whatever is going to happen is going to happen. I pray. I give it to God. I focus on my mental health. That is one thing that I do quite often, is activate my faith. And a lot of people say that they activate their faith. I got my faith in God. No, you don't. No, you don't. You can say it until your lips fall off, but your actions speak louder than your words. Because if you had your faith in God, you would not be as stressed out as you are about the situation that you were stressed out. Every time I talk to you, you stressed out. You know them type of people. Every time you talk to them, they stressed out. And they such the holy roller of the bunch, but they don't know how to put their faith in God. So it's not going to work like that. You have to do more than just say, I'm putting my faith in God. You have to actually do that thing. So what you putting your faith in God looks like It's totally up to you. How are you going to choose to activate your faith today? Because once you make the conscious decision to activate your faith, you break open a whole new line of peace of mind for yourself. I'm just not going to worry about it no more. That is what God is for. And just like he worked out your situation last time, he going to work it out this time. And he going to work it out the next time. You wouldn't be able to get through that situation on your own. We need God. You think your stress is going to help you get through your situation? That's what we get it confused at. Oh, I got to worry about it. I got to worry about how I'm going to do this and worry about how I'm going to do that. No, you don't. Because whatever is going to happen with the situation is going to happen. There's nothing wrong with making plans and trying to do whatever you have that you can do on your power. So you do your part, but the part that you can't do, you just can't do. So sometimes we let ourselves get worried about things that we have absolutely no control over. So I'm here to share a message of hope, of love, of peace. I want people to be able to look forward to having an amazing future, not just a mediocre future, not just a future like everybody else. I just want to be able to pay my bills. You want to be more than just able to pay your bills. You want to be happy. You want to be happy. You want to be excited about the possibility of what might happen for you in your future. That's how I want to feel. I can't speak for y'all, but I want to be excited about the possibility. Like that thing is going to be fireworks. The most beautiful thing that I could ever even imagine for my own self and for my own life. Not just being able to pay your bills. You want to be able to go to sleep at night happy and peaceful. You want to be able to wake up in the morning happy and peaceful and have peace of mind and all the things that comes along with having a peace of mind without having to calm your nerves with a cigarette or whatever people choose to do. Listen, whatever floats your boat, no judgment zone. I can't judge nobody. I ain't the one to judge nobody. But sometimes we rely on these substances to calm my nerves. Oh, I need a drink. Oh, I need this. Oh, I need that. No, you don't. You don't need none of that. I promise you that you don't need none of that. What you need is a peace of mind. Because after all that stuff wear off, you still gonna have to face yourself in the mirror. You still gonna have to deal with them kids, deal with them issues or whatever you're gonna have to do. It's just the way that you choose to deal with it. Am I gonna allow myself to have peace with whatever situations that I am confronted with on a regular basis or not? And some people it's or not, because we're not willing to do the work. And the work is necessary in order for us to have peace of mind. So yes, I make that my mission to share in, just a little bit of what God has given to me. I can't force anybody to do anything. I can just share with you my personal experience and let you see for yourself that it is possible. It is possible to be happy. It is possible to be at peace. It is possible to allow your mind and your body to rest and relax and heal. Physical healing, mental healing, the trauma that so many people carry around with them on a regular basis. You don't have to carry that trauma with you. Yes, it hurt. Yes, it happened. Yes, we need to heal. A lot of people are hung up on things that happened to them 10, 15, 20 years ago, or not even happened to them. What happened to their mom, or what happened in their family, or what happened generations ago. And these scars are just living with you. Get rid of those scars. Take care of those scars. Let those wounds heal so you can live the life that you deserve to live. And you are talking to a person. See, I'm going to talk to y'all like y'all sitting here having a conversation with me, because I've been through some stuff. If I sat here and act like I had not been through some stuff, I'd be lying. I would be lying to you if I act like I ain't been through nothing. So I got a right to sit up here and talk to somebody about healing and moving on to the next level of your life that God really wants you to have. The experiences while you're here on this earth. Ain't none of us going to be here forever. Trust me, we are not. So, this week's topic, wow, I am super excited about this week's topic. First of all, just let me tell you, I'm just like, I'm gonna deliver a few life lessons to y'all, but I am not going to, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I don't plan on delivering life lessons every Saturday. I got a few, but I had to come back from Jamaica. I have like so many new experiences going on in my life right now, and I was like, I have to. There is something that God wants me to do. I can't neglect this side of me, this part of me. My husband doesn't really know this part of me. When I'm with my husband, I just want to be his wife. That's it. I don't want to be a boss. I don't want to be a motivational speaker. I don't want to be an author. We don't even talk about any of these things. I don't even think he know that I got a YouTube channel or subscribe to my YouTube channel or talk about the books that I wrote or any of that. So it's just like when I'm with my husband, I'm in Jamaica, I'm just focusing on being his wife, and which is very important to me, and learning how to be his wife because this is a new experience. But I said, when I get back home, I was itching. I said, when I get back home, I'm going to tell somebody something, because I know that this is what God wants me to do. So it's not like I'm like completely disregarding the fact that I know I have a purpose in this life. And this is a part of my purpose besides being a wife to my husband. That is a part of my purpose too. But yes, I couldn't wait to get back to teach and to study and to learn with everything that is going on in the world, and people just talking and chit-chatting about what's going on over there in the United States. And I'm like, I can't even take it. Only thing I was worried about was my Eagles winning that Super Bowl. I'm excited all the way from over there, and then they can't really understand my excitement. And I'm like, the Eagles won a Super Bowl. They like, so I'm like, whatever. So I had to celebrate with y'all on social media when our Eagles won. So big shout out to them. But it's a lot going on. The topic that God placed in my heart today is power. Is power. I told y'all with my last message that I was going to deliver a very powerful message today, and God gave me power. Why God gave me power, I don't know. It is going to be revealed through this message. I prayed over this message. I asked God to use me. I think someone needs to hear a message on power. And when you hear me say the word power, it might not resonate with you in the way that you think it is going to resonate with you. And that seems like that's the case with most of my messages, because you hear me say a word, and the English language is beautiful because we can take that word and use it in different ways. And that's what I'm going to do today. Like, we're going to look at power from different angles and how maybe we should look at power, how we view power, how we view our own power. I don't want to get too much far ahead of myself, but when God gave me power, I could not ignore the word power that he placed into my spirit to deliver a message on power today. So if you want to kind of dig into your own power, or think about the power that surrounds you, or the power that we think certain things may have a stronghold or power over us. If you are interested in utilizing your own power, then you don't want to miss this message on power today. So power. I want to talk about power in many different forms. Inner power, spiritual power, strength and power, personal power. Y'all want to hear me say power like 755 times in the next hour. I'm going to try not to take up too much of y'all time. I know it's Saturday night and y'all like to do a whole lot of whatever y'all like to do on Saturday nights. But I got to get this message on power up on out of my spirit, because somebody needs to hear a message on power. So what is power? Power is the ability to achieve purpose and effective change. That word purpose jumped out at me. So whatever position that you are in, if you are not achieving purpose and effective change, then you hold no power. When I pray over myself, most of the time, I ask God to allow me to be effective. And if you are not effective, and especially in a positive way, then you don't hold the power that you think you hold. I ask God to be effective in my learning. When I learn, I want to be able to use the things that I learn when I educate myself, and not only teach them to other people, but I want to be able to apply these things to my own life too. Me educating myself is one of the best decisions that I ever made in my entire life. A lot of things, once you learn something, you can't unlearn it. So I dig into these life lessons, and then I use certain topics, and that's a topic that I focus on, and I can't help but to refer back to some of these topics during my life. And I'm like, I'm so glad that I studied this topic. If you are not learning, and not only just learning, but applying the things that you learn to your everyday life, then you are not being effective in your learning. I want to be effective in my motherhood, the things, the encounters that I have with my children on a regular basis. And when I notice the amount of effectiveness that I am towards my children, sometimes it amazes me, and I'm so grateful for that. When my children can come back to me and say, Mom, I didn't forget when you told me that, or when you taught me this, or even without them saying it, I can look at their lives and their own actions and can be grateful that I changed my ways in some of the decisions that I made, because I wanted to be an effective mother. Children are not going to always do what you tell them to do. Do what I'm telling you to do. Do what I say, not what I do, or whatever. They're going to implement you as their role model. They're going to do the things that they see you do. So that's why that was one of the main reasons why it was important to me, for me to change my life, because I didn't want to see my kids walk down the same path that I had. So I didn't want to see them struggle on a level that I had. Sometimes some of my struggles, I cause my own struggles, and I don't want to see my children be the cause of some of the struggle. We're going to have to struggle in life, but you want to make those struggles and make your mistakes far and few. So I wanted to be effective in my motherhood. I want to be effective in everything that I do. I want to be effective in being a wife, and I want to be an effective wife to my husband. I want to be an effective, with God. I want to make God proud of me. So I want to be effective in my doing the things that I choose to do and not to do on a regular basis, because I want to be an effective child of God. A lot of people are not an effective child of God. We got a whole lot of people who say they have the love of God in them, but by the way that we treat other human beings, that is not of God. So I want to be effective in my actions towards people on the regular basis. I want to be effective in everything that I do. And I realize how my actions create power and hold power. Because of my actions, I have more control over the direction that my life goes in. So if you are not effective in the power that you carry, you don't have control over the direction that your life goes in. What is going to have the power over the direction that your life goes in is the thing that holds power over you. So you got to look at it like, what is controlling me right now? What has power over me right now? Listen, I'm telling y'all, you're going to look at power differently when I get through this message of power, because something might have power over you, over your mind, over your decision making, and over the direction that your life is headed in right now, that you don't necessarily want to have power over your life. When you really look at it, you're like, wait a minute, listen to that word power, because you're going to be like, hold up, I don't want this having power over me. I don't want this controlling me. I don't want this controlling my direction. In our reality, we should have power and control over our own lives. Nothing should be controlling us. Not the things on social media, not the things that's going on in society, nothing, not your spouse, not your husband, not your wife. Nothing should be controlling you. You should have power and control over your everyday actions on a regular basis every single day. That's why a lot of people are not happy, because they don't have power over their own happiness. You can't even control whether you're happy or not on a regular basis. So where's your power? What are you doing with it? Where are you putting it? Where are you applying your power? What are you giving your power to? Listen, I'm telling you, we got to think about this stuff. And I'm not trying to make it too complicated for you, because in our reality, it can be more simple than what we make it out to be. So, wow, that was just my first PowerPoint, is the effectiveness. What it say? Power is the ability to achieve purpose. Number one, we all have purpose. We were born with purpose. So if you can't pinpoint your purpose, then you have no power. What is your purpose? Why are you here? Why do you think God created you? If you had to think about it right now, why do you think God put you right here on this earth? I don't know. You got to think about that for yourself. I think God put me here on this earth to share the message of hope. God is God. God is a God of all wisdom. He knew that there would be times like this. So God placed me on this earth to show hope. Not that he needed me to show hope, but he just in case somebody needs to see hope, let me use my daughter for this. I believe God placed me here to show what hope looks like for people that may have lost hope along the way. Everything that I had to go through in life, all of my trials, my testimony, everything, me being molested as a child, me being cheated on, me having a broken marriage the first time, my first marriage didn't, all the hurt, everything that my relatives put me through. God said, because I know she gonna make it through this. A lot of things that the Lord allowed me to make it through would have killed somebody else a long time ago. They done snapped and lost their mind, not even here to tell the story. But he said, I know what my daughter gonna do. She gonna sit up there and tell somebody what I did for her so they can see what hope looks like. So if I had to pinpoint my purpose, it would be hope. And if I have done that, if I had shared the message of hope in any way, shape, form, or fashion in this lifetime, then my purpose is fulfilled. And I believe that I am doing what God has called me to do. So if you can't pinpoint your purpose or be effective, not in other people's life, but how effective are you in your own life? Is what you do for yourself on a regular basis effective? Are you being effective to yourself? Are you being a good anything to yourself? Help yourself before you try to help somebody else. So effectiveness and purpose, that is the definition that I chose to roll with when I said I wanted to kind of introduce what I want to talk about, my understanding of power is during this life lesson. So if more people learn how to utilize their own inner power, we wouldn't need anyone to rule over us. We wouldn't need it. It's not enough people out here. It's systematic. And that's how they probably made it out to be. Probably from the beginning of time, we're going to control people this way, that way, this way, that way. And it's probably harder than we think it is to kind of mentally break out of the things that they have embedded in human beings over the centuries, and kind of break out of it and learn how to have power and control over yourself. People work hard to try to have power over other people. But if we learn how to have power over ourselves, the power that people try to have over us wouldn't even mean nothing to us, because I don't need your power. I got my own power. So Yeah, we learn how to utilize our own inner power, and I'm talking about for everybody. Just imagine if every human being on the face of this earth learn how to utilize their own inner power. Wow. That just gave me the heebie-jeebies on the inside. I don't know about you, but that's like, true. If we all learn how to utilize our own power, the things that people would try to do to have power over us, it wouldn't even make a difference. It wouldn't even make a difference. You wasting your time trying to have power over me. What you doing ain't even gonna work. Because God already showed me the power that I have inside of me. I don't need your power. That would be pissed off trying to have power over people that already know how to have power over themselves. I'm talking about really recognizing your inner power, the power that you have inside of you. Imagine. Just imagine. Well, I hope this video go viral. Maybe we will have some powerful people out here after y'all share this video. For real. Like, seriously, share this video, because it's a lot of things that holds power over us, and it's meant to hold power over you. You know, the way that they want you to dress, and they want you to wear expensive clothes, and they want you drinking their liquor, and they want everybody wearing the same sneakers, and they want everybody on social media. They want everybody doing it for the gram. They want you to make a little avatar thing so you ain't got to look at how you really look. You can be a cartoon version of yourself. You can pick up your phone and jump out of who you really are and be this whole avatar. I don't like those things. You can be something. You can pick up your phone and just transform into something. You don't even have to be yourself no more. That's because they don't want you to. They don't want you to be who you really are. They want you to be the cartoon version of what they created you to be. So they want you to use their power. They don't want you to be you. They want you to be somebody else. I'm telling you. Listen, I'm just the messenger. I'm just simply the messenger. Let me move forward. So yes, where am I? So yeah, we learn how to utilize our own inner power. We wouldn't need anyone to rule over us. And that's just, I believe that to be true, because I believe that we hold more power inside of us than we probably even recognize or utilize on a regular basis. We don't even use half the power that we have inside of us, because everything else has power and control over us. And that's what they wanted to be. And for the most part, they have in their way. They have in their way. So power is understanding yourself and being able to control yourself. I'm going to say that again. Power is understanding yourself and being able to control yourself. Be true. Oh, I need the real ones to step up right now. Be truthful with yourself. How much do you understand yourself, and how much control do you have over yourself? A lot of people don't take time out to understand it, so they don't want to. They don't want to. I seen somebody post on social media one day, "I'm broken and I don't want to be fixed." I'm like, wow, that's deep. I commend that person for being honest, but that's a place that no one should never settle at, being broken and not wanting to be fixed. We're all broken, but you can't stay there. It's good to learn how to understand yourself. Have you taken time out to understand? A lot of people don't want to take time out with themselves to be able to understand themselves. That's too much. It's too much. It don't feel good. A lot of people don't like themselves. Their self-esteem is not where they want it to be. They can't look themselves in the mirror. They can't even face themselves long enough to understand themselves because we don't like who we are anymore. You have to love yourself, flaws and all, with whatever God made you with. Self-acceptance. Accept yourself for who you are, all your flaws, all your brokenness, all your heartaches, your big nose, your long toe, whatever God made you with that you don't like. Look at that long toe and be like, that's a pretty long toe. Listen, I know I got a big nose. They told me that all my life. And it was years until I learned how to love the face that I look at. It might not be the prettiest face to you, but guess what? It's the prettiest face to me. And I'm not comparing myself for the way that I look to anybody. I just learned how to love myself on a level that I wasn't taught, and that a level that I have never loved myself before. Is self-acceptance, understanding yourself. God made you the way that you are for a reason. Learn how to love and accept yourself. This is where your power, I'm trying to help y'all. This is where your power is going to be. When you learn how to understand yourself, and then when you learn how to understand yourself, try to have some control over yourself. Because when you have control over your actions and the things that you do on a regular basis, that's when you are in the driver's seat of your own life. I don't want to go this way. I want to go that way. When they want you to go that way, when everybody is going that way and they looking at you strange because you ain't going in the same direction that everybody else is going. I don't want to go that. That ain't my way. I don't even like that way. I want to go the way that I want to go. And you have control over the direction that you, right now, a lot of people don't even have control over the direction that they're going in life right now. They just going with the flow, where everybody else is doing and where everybody else is going. It ain't happy, it ain't fun, it ain't pretty, it don't smell good, it don't look nice, you don't even like it. But you still going that way anyway because that's the way that everybody else is going. Have control over yourself. That's where your power is going to be. Go in the way, no matter what they say, how they frown upon you. Oh, girl, and guess what she did today? And so what? Let them talk. They going to talk anyway. You can't stop people from talking about you. They're going to talk about you no matter what you do. Whether it's good or bad, they ain't even going to talk about it if it's good. They ain't going to talk about the good. They're going to talk about the bad. You know what I do when people like talking about me? Sakira give them something to talk about. Talk about me now. Y'all like to talk about this. And I still don't care. I don't do things to impress other people, to make you comfortable and satisfied with what I'm doing. I do what I do to make me happy no matter how you feel about it. Your opinion is simply what it is. It's just your opinion. It holds no weight with me. It might hold weight with you, but let me tell you how I feel about your life. Nope, you don't even gotta tell me because I don't care. Your opinion about my life is simply your opinion. I do what I do to make me happy. And I put myself in the driver's seat, got my hands on the steering wheel of the driver's seat of my life. And I control where I go in the direction that I go in life and what I want to do in life. And you know what that looks like? That looks like power. That's what power looks like. If you want to have control over your own life, do what you want to do to make you happy. That's power. That's power. Not doing it what's going to satisfy everybody else and people pleasing and all this and so they won't talk about you. Oh, no. Who has time for that? Before you know it, you're going to be way past your half point in life. We never know how long we're going to be here on this earth. And you're going to sit up here and notice that you done spent most of your life doing things to please other people and make everybody else happy. And you probably just did like this much to make yourself happy. I'm not wasting my whole life away doing what it takes to make somebody else happy with my decisions in my life. I'm doing what I got to do to make me happy. That's what power looks like. That's what power look like. If you have never saw it before, that is what power looks like. So there is power in faith. I talked about faith a little bit. If you have never learned, I ain't going to get all holy on y'all, But if you have never learned how to operate your faith, then you have no power. You have no power. You can't just say, oh, my faith is in God and I know I'm blessed. You are blessed. But is your faith really in God? Activate your faith. Don't even say it. Don't even say it until you actually do it. Because that's what power looks like. When you know how to put your faith in God and leave it there. And don't let somebody call you and, child, I heard you was going through this and what you going to do about it. None of your business. I got my faith in God. That's what I'm going to do about it. Well, you know you got to, don't tell me what I got to do. You got to do this and you got to do that. And what you going to do about the situation, none of your business. My faith is in God. Some people not even going to understand your level of faith. A lot of people don't understand my level of faith at all because it doesn't resonate with them because they never did it before. They never activated their faith on a level that it was effective in the direction that their life goes in. My faith carries me a long way. It has carried me a long way over the years. Sometimes all I had was my faith. That's all I had to lean on. That's all I had was God and my faith to lean on. I didn't just say it. I had to do it. When everybody else was jumping around and even my ex-husband, you got to do this and they're all stressed out and this and that. No, I done tried. I tried to work the situation out. I prayed on it, and it was up to God in the first place. It's always up to God how the situation is going to work out. But when you actually learn how to utilize your faith, to operate your faith, to look at your faith in action, that's when you start having more power over your life. Whether you want to believe it or not, there is a God, there is a being that is more infinite and big than we can ever even understand or ever wrap our minds around. That is why he created this earth, created you while you are here. And if we don't learn how to put our faith in that God, not just when times are hard, not just praying to God when you're going through something and all that type stuff, through everything, anything. Go to God, pray about everything, and leave it right there. Put your faith in God as far as your life is concerned, period. So there's power in faith, there's power in healing, and there's power in miracles. Now, there is way too many of us out here that needs healing and have not even begun the process of healing in their lives. Like, your healing is way overdue. Like, you just need to heal. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You carrying around these scars. These things happen to you in your past. You can't even have a decent relationship because you still carrying around all these scars with you. Take some time out to heal. Because that thing that thought it had power over you, or that you have allowed to have power over you for way too long, it don't have to have the power that you are giving it over you. Heal. That's it. You will be done forgot that thing ever even happened. Trust me, I know. I heal to the point sometimes that I forgot that I ever hurt. I'm like, wow. Like, that is a place to be. Like, that healing will outshine that hurt to the degree that you will forget that it even happened. Heal. Healing is so important. I did a life lesson on healing. If you did not check out my life lesson on healing, go back to my YouTube page or search up my videos on Facebook and look at that power-packed message on healing. So many of us, even as adults, our healing is way overdue and is hindering you. It's hindering you from having power over your life and allowing your life to be what you actually want it to be. There is power in miracles. So I put faith, healing, and miracles all in one sentence. And we can create miracles for ourselves. We can open the door to allowing miracles into our lives. We have the power to create miracles for our own lives. And we don't even realize that. And once you realize that you have the power to open the door to miracles in your life, you begin to do that. You won't ever stop. Who don't like a good miracle every now and then? I know I do. I want miracles to happen in my life every day. I want every day to be miraculous in my life. I don't just want like just a good day. I want a miraculous day. So there's power in miracles. It all depends on how bad you want it. So tap into your personal power and strengths. You have personal power and you have strengths. And all the things that I just mentioned to you guys, that is a way that you can tap into your personal power and your strengths. So be resilient, think positive. There's so much power in positive thinking. There's so much power in positive thinking. Thoughts crystallize and materialize. And we don't even give enough credit to the fact that we can manifest things through our thought. And all that negative thinking that you're doing, that's the reason why so many bad things is probably happening in your life. Because you ain't thinking right. Once you begin to start thinking better, making a habit of thinking better, you will see more positive things happen in your life. Sometimes we can allow our negative thinking patterns to just be all over the place, just to run idle. We thinking about just all kind of crazy stuff and bad situations and bad things that happen to us and how somebody done got on our nerves and what if this happened, and we thinking negatively over our health. Ain't nothing wrong with you. Ain't nothing wrong with you. Stop thinking every time something happened and your poop don't look right and all that kind of stuff is cancer. No, it ain't. Go drink some water, eat some fruits and vegetables, and think healthy thoughts over your body. I'm going to be healthy for a long time, for the rest of my life. You can manifest good health over yourself through thought. My heart is healthy. My organs is working in the way that I want them to work. My mind is healthy. My body is healthy. My back feel good. These knees ain't aching. These hips ain't crackling. And guess what? You be done jumped up and walked out of here and felt better than you felt 20 years ago. Trust me. Them negative thoughts is going to try to creep up in your mind, but they don't have to stay there. Once you start rebuking those negative thoughts and kicking those negative thoughts out of your mind, they call it hypochondriac. People that create health problems in their mind through thought. And once you start kicking those negative thoughts out your mind, it's going to start happening automatically. But we don't practice it. We get used to thinking negatively and we get comfortable there. Guess what's going to happen? You keep thinking about cancer, you're going to end up having it. That's what happens. A lot of times people don't understand how often they create health problems for themselves. And I was watching a reel on Facebook the other day, and this guy, young guy, looked like he was like in his 20s. He had like a colostomy bag, and they diagnosed it, called it something, whatever was going on with his intestines. And they don't have a reason behind the diagnosis, 20-something years old, and they said the main reason that they could come up with, and this is with another gastric illness, the only reason that they have for this illness is stress. It's stress, IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. The only reason that they have for certain illnesses is because of stress. You done stress yourself out to the point this boy could not have been 30 years old yet. And his intestines were twisted up to the point where he could never move his bowels like a regular person. And the only reason that they have for it is because you stress yourself out to that degree at 20-something years old. Y'all, we got to learn how to chill. And this is the case with so many people so often. And all of this comes from negative thought patterns. Think more positively about whatever the situation is. We can't let ourselves get stressed out to the degree that we have irreversible diagnosis. Like some of these illnesses that we cause on ourselves, this stuff ain't going away. This is stuff that we got to live with for the rest of our life. You done got high blood pressure to the degree where you're going to have high blood pressure for the rest of your life. They want you taking these pressure pills for the rest of your life. All because we don't know how to learn how to practice positive thinking patterns and prioritizing having peace in our minds. I would rather practice positive thinking patterns and practice peace of mind opposed to having an irreversible diagnosis that I have to live with for the rest of my life. Can you say that in a sentence? Can you repeat what I just said in a sentence? Like, speak that over yourself. Like, I don't want that. I don't want to walk around with that for the rest of my life. I would rather work on myself. I know all this stuff happened to me. I know these people ain't right. I know I chose the wrong mate in life. I know my family ain't worth a good God darn. I know I ain't deserve half the things that I've been through in my life. But I'm not going to let that control my destiny. I don't want an irreversible diagnosis over I want to be healthy for the rest of my life till I am no more. I want to carry a long life. And not only do I want that for myself, I want to pass that on to my children. And then you be sitting up there talking about high blood pressure running your family. Stress runs in your family. When you going to stop being stressed out? So your kids won't be stressed out. Everybody walking around with high blood pressure. We ain't doing that. We got to start breaking them chains. So we had to think better about ourselves, our bodies, and we have to manifest these things, what we really want our life to be. And we think that that's not possible when it really is. So there is power in speech, and there is power in utilizing knowledge. Words carry power. That's why I just said, can you repeat what I just said? I want a long line of health for the rest of my life. Speak those words over yourself. The universe will get the memo. God will get the memo. Or what my daughter say, I want a long line of health for the rest of my life. Those things will begin to manifest and gravitate towards you just because you spoke that out of your mouth. I want to carry good wealth. I want to carry good health. I want to have peace of mind. Say it. Speak positively over yourself. Words carry power. Knowledge is power. Utilizing your knowledge is power. A lot of people say that knowledge is power. Excuse me, I didn't mean to say it like that. Utilizing knowledge is power. We learn all of these things and we got all these fancy degrees and bachelor's degree and this degree and that degree, and we done been to college and learned all of these things. But what are you doing with the things that you have learned? Are you utilizing your knowledge? Just like I said, when some of these life lessons come back to me, when I'm in certain situations, you never know what situation you may be confronted with in life. Sometimes it's going to be absolutely necessary for you to utilize the things that you have learned. So that's what we want to do. So it ain't no point in learning a whole bunch of stuff if you're not going to apply some of this stuff to your life. So power is not about outward control. It is about strength of one's character, beliefs, and connections to their inner wisdom. So we think that power is about controlling things on the outside of us, but that is not where true power comes in at. It is about your beliefs, how you utilize your beliefs, your connections. What are you doing with those connections? And to their own inner wisdom. Wisdom is one of the greatest spiritual gifts that you could ever be blessed with. I did a life lesson on wisdom as well. If you know how to utilize your own wisdom, that's when you carry true power. I pray wisdom over myself. I don't want to just be wise. I want to be able to use the wisdom that I carry with inside of me and apply it to my life on a regular basis. So that's what power looks like. Spiritual power is a gift from God. When you are not afraid to tap into your divine connection with your higher being, and you can begin to manifest good, you can begin to manifest goodness over your life. That's what power looks like. So some people kind of shy away from spiritual power. I am one person that does not. I recognize my spiritual connection with my higher being, and I know that I am powerful as far as my spirituality is concerned. So, yes, that is a gift from God, which we all utilize. I'm not gonna sit up here and talk like I'm special, like God just gave me the gift of spiritual power, because we all withhold the gift of spiritual power. It's just some of us kind of shy away from it, or we don't want to recognize our spiritual power, or we just don't want to focus on our spiritual power because it ain't happening, it ain't trending, it ain't what everybody else is doing, or whatever. Somebody might look at you like you crazy because you recognize your spiritual power or the connection that you have with your higher being and all that, because you choose to recognize your spiritual power. Spiritual powers will carry you a long way. It just will. God will be your wisdom. He will be your ears. He will be your eyes when you can't see. He will be your voice when you don't have the words to say. He will be your doctor. He will be your lawyer. He will be your judge. You ain't got to argue with nobody. You ain't got to fight with nobody. When you know that you have that spiritual power within you, you can rely on it. You can rely on your spiritual power. You don't have to do nothing. And then you can get comfortable with being able to rely on your spiritual power, because you know that that is what your spiritual power is there for. And you have to be careful with your spiritual powers as well. Because once I realize my spiritual powers, and say, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Say somebody did something to me, and now if somebody do something evil, mean, curse me out, whatever, I just pray for them, because I have seen my spiritual power in action. If I use it in a negative way, then I know that my spiritual power can cause harm to human beings, and I don't want to use it in that way. Even if somebody do something to harm me, I still don't want to use my spiritual power to cause harm on other people. And it benefits me more when I pray mercy over people that even cause harm to me. So once you recognize how to use your spiritual power, you have to be careful in the way that you use it. You don't want to use your spiritual powers to cause harm on other people, because you can. It's possible, because my wrong thinking, even once I recognize my spiritual powers, I notice that it caused harm on people. And then I feel bad, like, dang, I know it was gonna happen like that. Like, but God got your back. God got your back on everything. Trust me, He do. So you don't even have to, like, wish bad on anybody, even those who cause harm on you. I was praying for somebody today. Who, Lord, that just a couple people, like, just like mean. It's a shame how mean some people can still be in this world, like, even with everything that is going on. And I'm like, God, have mercy on them. And not only do I want God to, sincerely, I want God to have mercy on them, but I want God to have mercy on me too. So you gotta be careful of what you, what you call on other people, like, God, they wasn't right, make them suffer for what they did for me. If you want God to make them suffer, then you asking for suffering for yourself too. So just be careful of how you use your spiritual powers, for those of us who know how to tap into our own spiritual powers. And I'm talking about that because I know that I have spiritual powers. I'm grateful for them, but once I recognize them and how powerful I am spiritually, I am more wise in the way that I use my spiritual powers. I don't want harm human beings to suffer. Even if you hate me, I still don't want you to suffer. You can talk about me, you can do whatever you think you big, bad, or grown enough to do. I will let God deal with you the way that he needs to deal with you. But as far as me asking God to get somebody for what they did and all that kind of stuff, I ain't doing all that. I don't have to. I just really don't have to. So yes, where am I? Yeah, spiritual powers. Yeah, and then you can, and that's how I really have more power over my life, when I tap into my spiritual powers and manifest good things over my life, when I learn how to control my spiritual powers. So power is to be able to. I came across this, all of this. Power is to be able to. Who doesn't want to be able to? You don't want to be sitting up there and not be able to do something, or you just sitting there looking half crazy, dumb, and stupid because you can't do something. I'm just not able to do it. You want to be able to have the power to do whatever you want to do. So that's when you have power, when you are able to. A lot of people just aren't able to. Some people are unfortunate and just are not able to. So power is to be able to. So if you are able to, then thank God that you are able to. That means you hold some kind of power if you can say that I am able to do something. So power is a force without limits. There's no limit to power. And a lot of people get power twisted up. But there's no limit to power. The power that we can allow people to have over us, and the power that radiates from out of us. There's no cap on it. We just got to learn how to use it. We have to learn how to control the power that comes towards us. Do I want this thing to have power over me? And we have to learn how to utilize the power that radiates from us. So that's why it's important to learn power, going both ways, going out and coming in, because there's no limit to power. So power can oftentimes be misused, especially if the wrong person is in power. Listen, I ain't calling out no names. If y'all want to put a name to it, then that's on y'all. If you have the wrong power and person in power, it can be very dangerous to a lot of people. The wrong person in power will use their power for personal gain and to manipulate the minds of people. This is when power is misused and abused. Power can change people. It can change a person from being genuine, from being a good person, knowing your mama done raised you better than that, and now you got a little bit of power and you act like you was raised with monkeys and wolves. So power can change people. That's why you got to be careful. If somebody give you a little bit of power, we got supervisors out here that think they king of the world. You just a supervisor. I used to be a supervisor. Trust me. And just because somebody gave me a title of a supervisor don't mean I'm king of the world. I'm still Sakara. No matter what kind of power that somebody gives them. So you don't want your power to change you, to change your character, to change who you really are, to change your morals, to change your values, to change your outlook on humanity and all of those type of things. So when we realize how powerful we are, we must be careful not to misuse our own power. The misuse of power can cause serious consequences. The abuse of power may cause a lot of people to get hurt and can damage meaningful relationships. You with your best friend, your husband, your wife, your kids, and all that kind of stuff, whoever. You can just damage relationships with misusing your power. And it can ultimately cause you to lose your power, which has to happen. It has to happen in some cases, like right now, like yesterday. So the misuse and abuse of power can cause you to lose power. You don't want to lose power, not over your own self or over your own life, or if you are called to do a job and you have power over a company or whatever, and you misuse or abuse that power and end up losing your power because of your own stupidity. So the misuse and abuse of power can be very damaging to human beings in a lot of different ways. These are things that I would never want to face as a human being myself. I don't want to use my misjudgment or my misuse or my abuse of power to cause damage to human beings ever. And that's just me personally. I know everybody don't think on the same level, or to cause me to lose my power. If I am blessed enough to be put in a position of power, I don't want my abuse of power to be the cause of me losing power. And I definitely don't want my misuse of power to damage any relationship that I have in my life, no matter what that relationship might be: friendship, partnership, relationship, familyship, whatever. So that's why we have to be very careful of how we use our power, because of the consequences that comes with misusing our power. Somebody need to hear this message today. I'm telling you, somebody out here need to hear this message. You might have been misusing your power and don't even realize that you're misusing your power. You causing damage to your own self, or you may have misused your power before in the past and have made a devastating mistake to whatever, whatever position that you were in power of, and you don't want to make that mistake again. You just don't. So if you don't want history to repeat itself, then be mindful of how you use your power, and know that there are consequences that comes along with the misuse of power. It just is. I don't make up the rules. I am simply the messenger. So when used properly, power can be a force of positive change and progress. So that's how you want to use your power as well. If you see things changing in a positive direction, or going in the direction that you would like to see things go in, then that's when you know that you are properly using your power, when you see positive change and progress. Any other way is not going to be the proper use of power. So power is when you are able to think for yourself, do for yourself, and help somebody else. That's when you really have power. So if you are not able to think for yourself, do for yourself, even to the degree that God has blessed you, to the point of not only can I do for myself, but I can do for somebody else. I can help somebody else. I can uplift somebody else. I can give to somebody else. I can go somewhere with somebody, do something for somebody, feed somebody, clothe somebody, whatever. That's when you really have power, when you can think for yourself, make your own decisions for yourself, that is what's best for you. Do for yourself. God has made me able to provide for myself. God has made me able to do for myself, where I don't even have to ask nobody for nothing, because I got power over myself. That's power. When you can think for yourself, do for yourself, and help somebody else. This is what power looks like. Ideas are power. Sometimes we can have those powerful ideas in our heads, and we never write them down. We never manifest them. We never tell nobody. We can talk ourselves out of a good idea. You have a good idea in your head, or invention, or want to be innovative, or have a good idea over your life, or something that you think you might want to do to benefit your future, entrepreneurship, financial freedom, whatever. You got that idea, you go ahead and run run with it. There may be power in your ideas, financial freedom, power. Do whatever you can do in your power to release goodness over your life. So there is power in numbers. And a lot of us colored folk need to realize that too, because we don't stick together long enough for our numbers to be accumulated long enough for us to use our power against the forces that try to come against us. So there is power in numbers. 2 is better than 1. When we learn how to stick together and fight against the things that are created to destroy us, and we can stick together and fight back against those things, we have a better chance at winning. It might sound cliche, it might sound corny, you might have heard it 1,001 times before, but it's true. There is power in numbers. Stick together and fight back against the things that were created to destroy you. There is a less chance of those things destroying you when you have numbers to help you fight back against those things. There is power in numbers. So power is never steady. It is getting stronger or weaker. So think about your own power. Is your power getting stronger? If your power is not getting stronger, then it is diminishing. So even the power that you have over your own life, it's not just staying steady like I have just this amount of power over my life and it's just going to stay like this forever until I die. Nope. If you are not strengthening the power that you have over your own life, then the power that you have over your own life, your inner power, your personal power, your spiritual power, those powers are weakening and you are losing power over yourself if you are not doing things to strengthen these powers on the regular basis. You are going to end up not having any power over yourself at all, period. And that is the case with so many people. They don't even have power over themselves anymore because they thought that they had power over themselves, or they didn't take the power serious enough to focus on their personal power, strengthen their personal power. They let their power diminish, and you don't want your power to diminish, especially when it comes down to you. You want to strengthen your power every single day. You want to have power and control over the direction that your life goes in on a regular basis. You don't want nothing else or no one else to have that power over you. So we can give that power away. Sometimes we can give our power away and allow people to have power over us, over our thinking, over our mood, whether we are happy, whether we are sad, whether we have a good day, whether we have a bad day. You turn around every day, somebody pissing you off every single day. No, you're not powerful enough to piss me off every day. You just don't even have, you might have pissed me off once. You might have even pissed me off twice. But the way that I'm strengthening my inner power that I have in me, you might even piss me off for a second. But the next second later, I'm going to be happy again because I want to be happy. Because that's what I choose for myself. I choose to have power and control over my mood on the moment to moment basis. I'm not giving you power over me. You will allow somebody to piss you off every single day. They will make that their mission. They ain't feeling good today. When they say misery loves company, that ain't no joke. It ain't funny. It ain't no lie. Misery love company. Just because they woke up on the bad side of the day, they be like, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to call such and such and put such and such on. Get off my phone. Get off my phone. Get out my face. Don't come talk to me until you in a better mood. Like, you ain't going to come over here with that negative energy. And I don't have to accept it into my space. I want positive energy around me. So if you are not strengthening your power, you are allowing other things and other people to gain power over you. You're losing your personal power if you're not strengthening it. Power is never steady. It is getting stronger or it is getting weaker. I'm not here to judge you. Listen, take a second look at your life. Where has my power been going on a regular basis? Am I allowing other people to have too much power over my life? Am I giving my power away? Nobody, especially the same person, nobody should be able to piss you off every single day, especially the same person. The same person every single day, that means they got power over you. You got to take your power back. So read power. Read power. Pay attention to who really has power and why. And I'm not talking about what's going on in society and politics and all of that kind of stuff. Once you really notice who and what has power over you personally, over your household, your atmosphere, how you feel when you go to work and all those type of things, recognize, pay attention to what is controlling the power around you. And if you are not happy and satisfied with it, take your power back. It's yours. It's yours. Take your power back. Pay attention. Because you can go to that crappy job every single day and still not allow anybody to push your buttons just because they having a bad day. Yeah, that job sucks. Yeah, they don't pay me enough. Yeah, I work too hard for what I'm getting paid for. But I still have power and control over my happiness every single day until I get a better job or get myself out of this situation. So pay attention to where your power goes, because just because somebody is miserable with their own life, they can rub that off on you. I ain't happy and you ain't gonna be happy either. Nope. That you can't come over here with that. I'm telling you. And you could just rebuke that just by your frame of mind and your energy. You can push those negative energies away from you just from your thought patterns in a way that you allow yourself to think on a regular basis. Nobody should have control over your moods on a regular basis. Nobody but you. So pay attention who really has power and why. Pay attention. Next time you go to work, next time you go around certain family members, next time you talk to your spouse or whatever, or talk to your kids or whatever, just notice what carries the power over your mood and over your energy. So don't ever give your power away. That's one of the worst things that you can possibly do, is give someone else power and control over you. Don't give your power away. I said it before and I'm going to say it again. Your power is yours. Power should positively affect you and everyone around you. No matter where you are in life, walk with your heads held high like kings and queens and allow your power to lead the way. Create your own power. And that's how I ended my message on power. I do have a quote and an affirmation that I am going to leave you guys with. But once you look at power in that perspective, you will gain more power and control over your own life. That's the best way to look at it. Because so oftentimes we waste so much time, so much focus, so much energy on what other people are doing that we don't like. They can't do it to you if you don't allow them to. They can be nasty all they want. They can be rude all they want. They can be ignorant all they want. But you have the power and control of what you allow people to do to you. You hold the power. Create your own power. Create the atmosphere of your own power around you and watch how you feel on the regular basis. It will lift the vibrations of your life to a level that you never even thought that you would be able to experience in this lifetime, because you learn how to have more power over your own life. You don't have to associate with people that don't respect you. You don't have to talk to the same person that piss you off on a regular basis. And I'm not telling you to shun people out of your life, but you have to lay down some kind of foundation or grounds for your life. Don't talk to me like that. Don't talk to me like that. I don't care who else you talk to like that, but when you talk to me, you're going to talk to me with respect. You can lay down that foundation for your own life and create a realm of power around your life that is personalized to your own happiness, that is personalized to your own peace of mind, that is personalized to the way that you want your life to be on the regular basis. Create your own room of power, especially tailor made just for you. You have the power to do that. And I don't think that we realize how much power that we withhold as far as our own life is concerned. That's why so many other things are controlling our lives today. Nobody should be depressed. I don't care what the situation is. Nobody should be depressed. There are so many people out here that are depressed, that are dying from suicide, that are just not happy on the regular basis, that are in relationships that are causing them no good. All of these things that are going on around you, because it's not necessarily your circumstances or what's going on around you. It's that battle that you got going on in the inside. You can't fix everything that's going on around you. What you honestly only have power over is what's going on inside of you. That's where your true power is what's going on inside of you. So once we realize what we honestly and truthfully have power over, then we will learn how to have power and control over our own lives. I promise you, I ain't gonna sit up here and lie to you. Ain't no reason for me to sit up here and lie to you. I love the way that my life is on the regular basis. I honestly do. I feel amazing every single day. I feel good in my body. I feel good in my mind. I feel good in my chosen relationships. I feel good in the people that I communicate with on a regular basis. I feel good, period. I feel good enjoying a meal on a regular basis. It's just the little things. I allow myself to feel good on the regular basis because that's what I choose for myself. Yeah, people and things are going to try to rise up to piss you off and get on your nerves. But for the most part, we should be able to have power over our lives, period. Every single day, how you feel, your emotions, the fulfillment and enjoyment that you get out of life, all of those things should be in the palm of your hands. The direction that your life goes in, how satisfied you are with your life, how pretty you look today, how cute you look, from the smallest thing down to the biggest thing. I'm telling you. And we can start with those small things to start correcting our happiness in our lives. And it's all going to start in your mind. So that is where your true power resides, is inside of you. Really, anything else you don't have the power to control anyway. So I do have a quote from a Chinese philosopher, and I know I quoted from him before. While he was a Chinese philosopher back in 521, however the years used to go back then, but it was centuries ago. It was many, many years ago when Lao Tzu was a Chinese philosopher. He made history. This was one of his quotes. Mastering others is strength when we can master others. Mastering yourself is true power. So mastering others should not even be a factor for us. It's not even important to learn how to master others, especially if you have not learned the art of learning how to master yourself and having power over your own self. So a lot of time, I've been saying the same thing to y'all for the longest. It is not what is going on around you. It is what is going on inside of you. So if you want to create that power for yourself in the direction that your life is headed in on the regular basis, or you want to learn to really have power over your life and over yourself, learn how to master your own inner power, your personal power, your spiritual power, your strength and power, your inner power, the power that is inside of you, and take power and control over your life. So thank you sir, for that quote. And the affirmation I want us to speak over ourselves today, affirmations are affirmations for a reason, so we can speak those things over us, so we can manifest these things over us, so we can crystallize these things, so we can watch these things become our reality when we speak positively over ourselves. In all honesty, we should be affirming goodness over ourselves every single day. If you have not practiced affirmations or affirming goodness in yourself every single day, I strongly suggest that you begin to do those things as soon as possible. Every single day. I am. So, the affirmation is, I recognize my own power and I use it well. So I want us to be able to pinpoint and recognize our own power and use our own power to the degree that it is having a positive effect on our own life. So that is the affirmation that I am going to leave you guys with, and that's it. That is my powerful message that I promised you guys last Saturday on power. Share this message with somebody. Somebody needs to hear a message about power. We need to really realize our own true power, and not only recognize and realize our own true power, but we should use our own true power as well. Don't allow your power to get weaker. It's not going to stay stagnant. It's either going to get weaker or get stronger. Strengthen your own power. I suggest that you begin to strengthen your own power and practice strengthening your own power on a regular basis by the thoughts that you think, even by the food that we put in our body. A lot of things that people eat on a regular basis are low vibrational foods. And that's when you lose power over yourself, when you are eating low vibrational foods. We need to eat foods with electricity, things that are electrifying, things are going to make us healthier, stronger, give us more energy and things like that. So I am very conscious when it comes down to food, the things that I put in my body. I am a very health conscious person, but there's so many different ways that we can utilize our own power and create a better quality of life for ourselves. A lot of us, the reality of it is, a lot of us don't have such a great quality of life. And I can't look down on anybody's life like the quality of life that I have is greater than someone else's, because your quality of life is what you choose your quality of life to be. It's all personal. It's up to you. So it's all how much you care about yourself, the direction that your life goes in, the quality of life that you withheld, the things that you teach your children, the impact that you have on this world, the way that you think, the way that you treat your body, the power that you have over yourself. These are personal decisions. Personal. These things are up to you. So whatever you choose to do with your life is honestly and truthfully up to you. We are all adult people. You know, our decision making is what we choose to do with our life. So if you are not pleased with the power that you have over your life, or the direction that your life is headed in, or where your life has been in, if you are just not happy or pleased with your life and you want to have more power and control over your life, then you want to practice some of the things that I am telling you today, how to utilize your own personal power, how to grow personally, how to heal, how to be spiritually powerful, your inner strength. All of these things are going to come from within. So utilize your inner power and have more power and control over your own life. Big shout out to y'all who sat in through this live video. I see y'all. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. You don't know how much you are doing for yourself by even allowing this into your spirit, into your mind. You are growing right now when you don't even know it. So it ain't me. I ask God to use me to speak through me, because I know that somebody out there needed to hear this message on power. I couldn't wait to deliver this message on power, because I knew that it was something in this message on power that I know could be helpful to me with my life moving forward, I always want to have the maximum amount of power over my life besides God, the power that God has over my life. That's who ultimately has the power over my life, is God. God is going to have power over your life anyway, whether you give it to him or not. But me in my humanity, whatever I can do in my humanity to have as much power over my life that I possibly can, so I can be pleased with my own life. And whatever I need to do to ensure that, that is what I want to do. That is what I am going to do. If I got to spend time with myself, if I have to face my harsh realities, if I have to fess up to my mistakes, if I have to correct myself, if I have to be accountable, whatever I have to do, so I won't keep making the same mistakes over and over again, running into the same roadblocks, being disappointed in myself, not being happy about where I am in life, and all of those things. I want to have power over where I am in life today. So I want to work on myself. I don't want anything else or anyone else to have power over me. It is my power, and you can't have it unless I give it to you. So that is for me and for everybody else. I'm saying it to myself, but that applies to you too. You can't no one can have power over you unless you give them that power. And if you have been giving your power away, take it back. Take it back. It ain't theirs. They can't have it. Your power is yours. Take your power back. So that is it, you guys. Real quick, if you have not like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. That is True Value Knowing Your Worth on YouTube. Also, my books are available and on sale on Amazon. That is True Value Knowing Your Worth, Walking Treasures, Discovering Your Hidden Treasures, Feed Your Soul, Your Personal Guide to Health and Wellness, and Religiously. And that is taking a closer look at spirituality and religion. Buy one of them, buy all of them. If you want to do yourself a favor, go to Amazon, look up my author's page, and check out my books. I look forward to maybe 2 more life lessons in the next 2 Saturdays. I can't promise you 2, but I can at least promise you 1, another life lesson. And then I'll be on periodically every now and then until I figure out exactly how I want to be effective in this way. I have not ironed out all the details of my life with the new life that I have to look forward to. I am a newlywed, and I want to focus on being a good wife. So sometimes it doesn't allow me to be other things when I am focusing on learning how to be a good wife to my husband that deserves all of me. So that is what I am doing with myself. But I do whatever God places in my heart to deliver to you, that is what I am going to do. I'm going to be obedient in this season, and if God allows me to deliver life lessons every Saturday, I will be obedient to doing so. But I have not forgotten about y'all. I love you. God bless you. Thank you for sharing in my life with me. Thank you for celebrating me. Thank you for being constant family and friends and companions, even if it's just through social media. I love y'all. You do not have to pour your heart out to me in the ways that some of y'all do, even if it's only through social media. I feel it. I feel the love even through social media. So God bless you. I love you. Y'all enjoy your Saturday. Be safe. Be blessed. Remember this message on power and carry it with you, even if it's one thing that I said in this message that you can hold on to. See, sometimes I really suggest that y'all just jot some things down just to have in your own personal notes, or some things that you can refer back to if you think that it is going to help you. If it's not going to help you, you can act like you never even heard it. But if you know if it's going to help you, don't deny yourself it, because it might take you higher in life, and it might put you on a path that is going to lead you to your destiny, or what God, where God wants you to be, or your purpose in life. Don't deny yourself your own path in life and where you should be or where you shouldn't be or whatever. So I really hope from the bottom of my heart that this message on power helps somebody, even if it's just one person. God bless you. I love you once again. Thank you. In the meantime, you guys continue to be blessed.